Welcome back to Chasing the Ghost, my journey to become one of the fastest sim racers in the world. In the last episode, we fought tooth and nail for the National V license on Gran Turismo 7 and made it through with all goals. This week, we're stepping it up a bit. We're diving into the menu books on GT7, unlocking cars, unlocking tracks, and unlocking just how many ways this game can humble you when you least expect it. Now this episode will be about progression, not perfection. I'll be figuring a lot out in this episode, including how the game works, how to drive manual, and several tracks I've never seen before. Remember, I've never played Gran Turismo until now. So you guys ready? This should be interesting. Now the menu books in GT7 are a bit redundant with criteria and format. They typically require a third place finisher better, and they limit the car you can use and the performance of that car. They also introduce you to the various tracks in Gran Turismo 7, as well as get you started in building your car collector level. So for the sake of time, we'll accept podiums to progress, and I won't show every attempt at every race. Since license testing was menu book 2, we'll start today on book 3 with the European Classic Compact Collection, where the game wants us to race to collect 3 European-made hot hatches. So, let's hop back in the Honda Fit and take a spin over to Europe, where the first race is at Brands Hatch. Now luckily for me, I'm actually familiar with this track. That should help with keeping it out of the wall, right? Okay, objective 1, finish third place or better to advance. Objective 2, get familiar with the game with a slower car and a familiar track. Got it. Where'd he come from? I'll take that back. A little wiggle there, turned in a little too early. Oh, look out. On the right. Almost lost it. Again? Seriously? Get back here. Alright, third place will be we can do it. Oh no, I don't have no time. P3, not a horrible start. We didn't crash and we kept it on the pavement. That's 2/3 of the challenge. For completing the objective, we unlocked the 66 V-Dub Beetle. Cool addition to the garage. But, while we're here, I want to see if I can lock in the game's feel before I get too far away. Okay, that's better. Closer. Come on. Did I just get bumped? No dive bombs this time. I gotta figure that shit out. Alright, that's the leader. We can get him. Go. Go. Did we get him? Yeah, man. Good deal. Okay. I think I have a general idea of what I'm doing. and we have plenty of races ahead of us, so let's move on. Next is Goodwood, the track. Get your mind out the gutter, let's go. I think we'll give the Clio a spin for this one. Now Goodwood is somewhat of a unique track. There are no elevation changes and very few visual markers for braking points. So to start, I think I'll just read traffic to figure out how to get around. Now one thing I will say, this is a rather beautiful track and setting, but I could just be a sucker for Sunset Drive, so what do you guys think? Okay, back to the race. You hear the engine screaming bloody murder at me while I slow down. That's the rev limiter. It means I downshifted too fast and didn't let the engine settle between gears. Hey, I'm still learning manual. I'll get better at it. I hope. Okay, we're in the lead now and the pressure's off. I rather enjoyed the scenery. What do you say we take it in a little bit more while we're here? P1 on the first try. That'll speed things up a bit. And the Clio didn't have bad. Let's keep trucking. Next up, Lago Maggiore. We'll stay in the Clio for now. Alright, we know the format now. 2 quick laps, P3 or better. A little too deep there. In the turn. Come on, people. She almost didn't stop. P1 again, and we got a whole lap left. We're doing alright. Getting a little bit smooth with it too, if I do say so myself. Another P1. So far so good. That should wrap up menu book 3. So let's head back to the cafe to see what's next. So after completing the menu books, you'll typically get more backstory and details on the car group you just quit. You'll also unlock tracks in certain parts of the game that we'll need down the road. This time, we unlock the tuning shop. We won't need to go there now, but we will be back. For now, menu book 4 is next, and it's our first campaign mode championship at high speed racing. Our objective to progress is a cumulative P3 or higher. Let's use the GTO this time and give it a shot. Now as the cars get faster, I quickly have a chance to realize the consequences of my decision to forego the racing line and the braking assist. That wasn't that bad. Keep pushing. I heard you learn to be faster on track when you don't use the racing line and you get a feel for the track nuances and visual markers. This will be the first game that I try it on, and I'd say it's easier said than done. So don't just be it. Now see, that's what I mean. It's still early in the race and we're in P2. Head down in the kitchen. Okay, slight hiccup, but we're back in the lead now. Just need to keep it clean and on track. Well, that wasn't ideal. Shake it off, get moving. Damage control once again. May not be able to catch it this time. Ugh, P2. Almost. Let's move on. Race 2 in these championships tends to be the same track and cars, but the track direction is reversed. Now this is my first GT7 race with the rain, and I found the wall of U-turns in dry conditions, so this should be fine. We'll speed it up since he's seen this track. That was actually smoother than I expected. We finished P1 overall in the standings, and we were rewarded with our first championship trophy. This time, we unlock a few tracks in Japan. We also unlock Grand Central where we can purchase more cars to add to the garage. Let's go ahead and take a look before the next menu. We have a few credits from our early races and license challenges, so let's see if we can buy anything. Now personally, I'm kinda fond of BMW. It's what I drive now and what you hear in every intro. Ah, here we go. Close enough. But what else can we get? I know. My first sports car. Good old American Mustang Muscle. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. That's enough for now. Let's get back to the task at hand. Wait, where's it? I can't even use them? Fine. We'll take a few quick spins around Suzuka and the Suzuki for another win and check off the menu book collection. And back to Europe and tack and start again. Ah, sweet. Now we'll pick up the pace a bit moving forward, but keep in mind, I am still learning the majority of these tracks, so it won't all be pretty. Nice. GT Auto. This is where we'll be able to put a little style in our journey. I'll reach out to our friends over at Fly High Threads to see if they can cook something up for us, and we'll be back. For menu book 9, we're headed to Tokyo, Japan for our next championship, where the first race will be our first night race. It's also on the city highway with walls on both sides of the course for most of the lap. So objective number 1, try not to scratch the paint. This seems like the perfect setup for a ride with Coast. Alright, we had a few mishaps, but we survived with the win. As usual, race 2 is more of the same, so we'll jump ahead a bit for this. Sport mode, the reason we came to GT7. This is where we'll compete with the world, but we'll dive into this later. So let's keep the momentum with the menu. Back to Japan for the next race. Now, although we've been moving pretty well so far with the default tune on the cars we've collected, this race was quite different. Yeah, I think the car's gonna need a little help. To the tuning shop. Now there are a ton of parts in the tuning shop for various degrees of performance. Since we still have a few books left to get through, with more cars we'll have to drive along the way, we want to keep the upgrades quick, cheap, and most importantly, efficient. So, here's the upgrade guide that I use on just about any car to make it through the menu books without breaking the bank. Racing slicks, great for dry conditions, and much faster than our current comfort tires with better control and handling. Weight reduction, simply put, lighter is faster. Racing brakes, you can't race if you can't stop. Brake balance and suspension helps with weight transfer to keep us on the track. And a racing air filter. quick and cheap horsepower boosts. Let's see how the car drives now. We should do better than 7th, right? So we're at a point in the game where we'll need to make sure the car meets the performance requirements of the challenge at hand. This means we'll likely need to use this basic upgrade package several more times to get through the campaign mode. As you can see here, less weight, better grip, and weight balance make a big difference. That's another challenge down and another car in the garage. And we'll hop back into M2 for the next menu book, which is a repeat of the podium objectives. This time for Deep Forest Raceway, and again it's Sardinia. Now the more we get through these menu books, the more tracks I come across for the first time. And we aren't staying at any one track very long so that we can get through the campaign. But to be an alien, I'll need to know these tracks with my eyes closed. And right now, it's obvious that I'm a long way away. The French Championship is the next menu book, and it's at Alsace. Alsace? Alsace? Anyway, by this point in the journey, I'm starting to feel more confident in my understanding of game physics and making it through tracks that I've never raced before with a reasonable pace to podium against the AI after a try or two. Our second place championship finish gets us a gorgeous 69 Corvette Stingray and the end of menu book 12. We also unlock the missions mode in the world map. The next menu book is to try the first mission, and this quickly became a multi-hour rabbit hole for me. So if you guys want to go through the missions with me, let me know in the comments. For now, we'll keep it moving. Completing menu book 13 opens up several tracks in the good old US of A, and menu book 14 to collect Mustangs. We'll have a chance to bring it home for a while to more familiar territory, and we'll have a head start with the purchase that we made earlier in the episode. So for now, we'll stop it here, and we'll pick up again with menu book 14 in the US next week. And that's it. Menu books 3 through 13 in the bag. For Rookie Chaos to, well, slightly more polished Rookie Chaos, I call that a win. We picked up some new cars, unlocked some new tools, and maybe even picked up a few skills along the way. And if you made it all the way through this episode, big respect. You're officially part of the Cool Squad now. Make sure you remember to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when we post the next video. Next up, the grind continues with tougher tracks, tougher cars, and probably a whole new set of ways to embarrass myself on camera. But hey, progress is progress, right? Until the next time, stay tuned, stay grounded, and stay fast. I'll see you next week.